Hey YouTube, I want to talk to you about my favorite bait, which is the Fluke. So this video I'm entitling WTF, or What the Fluke. I want you to understand that when you get into kayak fishing, the first thing you got to do, in my opinion, after you get your kayak, get everything, you got to find your go-to confidence bait. And you've got to find something that you love to fish. You got tied on almost all the time. You can throw it in any conditions. You can throw it at any time of the year. To me, it's a Fluke. So I want to go through that with you, talk about it briefly, give you a couple different ways I rig it, and then hopefully you'll learn a little something. Be glad to get some comments and questions back from you. But find you a go-to bait you like to fish, okay? So away we go. So right now I want to just talk about it. So when it comes to a Fluke, I want to talk about, I only use two colors. I figure these are the two colors. If you had to get two colors in your bag, this is what you use. I use the White Pearl from Zoom, and I use the Watermelon Red. So, and I use the Super Fluke. So that is my go-to bait. I rig it two different ways. Let me talk about the way I only use like 10% of the time, and I'll start with it. Basically, 10% of the time, because it's not weedless, this hooking, but it does give you a great hookup. Clear water is great. I use it on the river if you know, I got some real clear water and I haven't got a lot of junk, so, and I'm worried about snagging up. So basically for this rig, you're gonna need one of these little keepers. They basically are just a little screw keeper. A lot of people, when I do, just take the front of the head off, you take and put the keeper. Now you want to get this all the way in, so I'm using an older Fluke that I've used before, so I don't care for a bunch of new ones. But anyway, you bury that in there. Okay. Then you are going to tie on a drop shot hook, and I have one on my spinning reel here already hooked up. So basically, once you get your drop shot hook tied on it, you're going to run it right through that spring, such as this, and all the way through. And then once you get through, it's that simple. So that will fall down to the bottom. You can, what I do is I put a nail weight in it also. I run a small nail weight up in there just to get it sinking. And basically that's it. And then that will go down, you twitch it. Really simple bait, easy to use, mimics a bait fish. And when they're feeding on shad, I love this bait. So anyway, that is the first way. Again, only about 10% of the time, because it's not weedless, it can snag up, and I do not use this all the time. Second way I do it, I do this probably 90% of the time. So what I do is I put a nail weight in the head of the Zoom, just like that, small nail weight. I have my worm hook on there. I call it just a worm hook. I run that through there, just by this, and run it through the head, and I turn around, run it right through the body, come back, and skin hook it just a little bit. And it looks just like that. And then again, you're going to throw that out, twitch it, leave the nail out if you want to throw it on top and twitch on top, but usually I get it just below the surface a little bit, let it sink, pause it, twitch it up, let it sink. I will just, depending on how deep I want it, I will pause it. I have put bigger nail weights in there. They do a little bit tougher than the bigger you do, but they do make bigger nail weights. You can put them in there. You can also trim these. These I like these little VMC ones. So anyway, that's basically the two ways I do it. My suggestion to you is to find you a go-to bait that you love. This is my go-to bait. I probably got one on all the time on a rod. And I throw it on a spinning reel. I can skip this bait. I fish it on anywhere from 6 pound to 10 pound fluorocarbon. I will throw it on braid with a fluorocarbon leader. And then I also will throw it with straight braid. It just depends on what's going on. So I fished it all those ways. Again, I love the Zoom Super Fluke. I think everybody's got their own brand. KBD makes a good one. There's a lot of people out there with good brands. But this is my favorite. So if I had a go-to, it would be the Zoom Super Fluke. And I will either have pearl white, watermelon red would be my two colors. And if I had to pick one of these two, it's definitely going to be the pearl white. I get, you'll see in most of my videos, a lot of them on I get a lot of fish on that particular color. Again, let it drift, twitch it, come up, let it drift, twitch it. If you feel weight, they will sometimes hit it like a worm. Sometimes you'll feel a lot of weight. Sometimes you'll see the line move. Pay attention, because they like that. It mimics a bait fish and they love it. So anyway, that's my WTF, or what the fluke. That is my wanted to put out my first video. If I was starting to kayak fish, I'd find me a go-to bait. I really love to fish. Try a fluke. You can do it all year round, fish it all different types of ways. It's very versatile. So I'll be back to you with other things, but I wanted to first of all talk about the go-to bait, what you should use. So find you a go-to bait. For me, it's the fluke. Pretty good spot. So the old fluke is a trusty bait here on the white. Let me tell you.